Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, Gazbot, and this is a horror production report, but it's going to be an out-of-date one because by the time you see this, the Kickstarter for issue 2 will have already launched. Today is Thanksgiving. It is the evening. I'm in front of IHOP where I just had my Thanksgiving omelet. What I did was I put mashed potatoes on top of it. Thanksgiving. So yeah, I had a kind of timeline of where I wanted to be with the comic, and I succeeded in the 2 pages per week, and I thought I kind of got messed up with the cover because I was having trouble with it, and I forgot about one of the pages, and blah, 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 blah. But where the timeline should have put me was at the end of this week, the 26th, I would be done, that's Sunday, I would be done with all the interior artwork, the cover, and like the laying out of the inside, front, and back cover, lettering, all that stuff. Now, today is the 23rd, Thanksgiving. I have all the interior artwork, the cover, the lettering. I still have to do the front and back cover, but that's again just reworking the same basic design I had from the first issue. And there's a couple minor art tweaks I might allow myself to fix, but that's not something I have to do. That's not something I budgeted for. That's something I might just do anyway. But the point is, I was worried about making it to Sunday. And then when I got the idea to do the Kickstarter starting Black Friday, I did it. And yesterday I stayed up until like 5, 6 in the morning, got the cover done. Today, Thanksgiving, I woke up late, spent all day working on the Kickstarter. I have it completely done except for the video, which I'm gonna shoot after this, even though you'll be seeing this after that, whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna launch the Kickstarter, you know, late tonight, early tomorrow, depending on how it allows me to. I did figure out that I was able to add a Black Friday sale thing. It's not actually a Black Friday, it's just you could put timed things, which Scott Circlin had mentioned. And Alex had mentioned something about another way to do it too, but basically I'm just gonna say from Black Friday till Cyber Monday there's a sale, and what it is, the sale I decided on is I think it's called the Big Combo or the Big Deal or whatever. It's $25, gets you a copy of issue 2 physical, gets you a copy of the exclusive print and the pin, and that's kind of like the big package all shipped to you. And so what I said was, okay, you could get the same thing for $5 less, it's only 20 bucks, and I'll give you a free digital copy of issue 1 and 2. So that's like the Black Friday deal that's only gonna go for the 4 days. I am thinking I might put a limit on it too. Right now, as I have it set up, I haven't launched it yet, there's no limit. Maybe I'll put a limit on like of 10 or something, because I don't want everybody to get that, because it is a deal, and it does cut into my profits quite a bit. It's more just to help people out that, you know, well, it's to help me out too. It's to help everybody out, but I don't want to bankrupt myself over it. Not that I'll you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I want to give a deal, but I don't want to give myself. I don't want to kill myself. Kill myself? Cut myself? Undercut myself. There it is. So that's what's going on, and I'm very excited to see how this Kickstarter does because, I mean, I think the product is as good or better than the last one. And you know, I'm somewhat down on my own artwork. Sometimes I'm somewhat modest. Sometimes sometimes I'm also an egomaniac. But the point is that I'm not saying this is a great product or whatever. But I'm also not saying it's a terrible product. What am I saying? I'm not saying much. Let me be more clear. What I am saying is I'm excited for this Kickstarter, but not for the reasons you think. I am excited the book's done. I am excited people are going to be able to get it, and it's going to be out there in the world, and I can start issue 3. Those are all good things. But regarding the Kickstarter specifically, I'm excited to see how it does, because last time I did very well. I did much more than I asked for, and I think this last time I asked for $350. This time I asked for $4, only because I'm gonna need to reprint issue 1, I believe, and some of the shipping to foreign lands did cost a little bit more. I was fine. I still made money. I covered everything, but I was like, well, you know what? Let me just go for 400. So 400 is what I need. But if I go over it, like last time, I have a bunch of awesome stretch goals, and what I'm thinking though is, last time it was my first time doing Kickstarter, so I didn't know as much as I know now. I had less options, both in terms of stretch goals and in terms of reward tiers. Now I have a little bit more. I also only had 1 book, whereas now I have 2. So anybody that is new to this is gonna get book 1, or maybe book 1 and 2. So there's a lot more opportunity for double sales to the same person if they want both issues. And hopefully that'll continue when issue 3, 4, whatever. It'll allow for what previously would have been 1 book sale to become a multiple book sale. In addition to that, I am associated with, aware of a lot more groups on Facebook, Godzilla groups, Ultraman groups, Tokusatsu groups, things that, I mean, I'm still in all the art groups and comic groups that I was, but maybe a few more, but more specifically the targeted sort of groups that I found good luck with when I do warm-up sketches of things. If I look for feedback or suggestions in general, I might get 1 or 2. But if I go to like a Power Rangers group and say, what Power Rangers should I draw? Get a lot of feedback. So my hope is that by posting in those groups, I'll get a lot more attention. So theoretically, you know, I feel like I should do better than I did last time. But I also know this is my second issue. A lot of the enthusiasm about the first issue won't be there. A lot of people that maybe bought an expensive package the first time probably won't buy that this time, and maybe we'll just get the second issue, and that's fine. Also, last time I ran it for 4 weeks. This time I'm only running it for 3 weeks. So there's kind of positives and negatives. So I'm very, very curious to see how well it will go. I'm confident that I'll at least make the 400 I need. And yeah, just very curious to see what will happen beyond that. And excited to get some of those stretch goals if I get that high, because some of them are kind of cool and new. Why am I doing it for 3 weeks instead of 4? Because we're coming up on the holidays. And while I don't put a lot of stock in the best time to launch and the worst time to launch, I think there is data, there are analytics that do apply to that sort of thing. I think when you're at the level I'm at, where it's basically just people I know, friends, family, people I've met at conventions, other artists, and then a small percentage of strangers that just like my art or like the idea of a kaiju comic. I think for the most part, it's gonna not be a lot of random traffic no matter when I launch it. It's gonna be the organic, you know, connections that I've built myself, that it won't matter if it's today or Christmas or New Year's or Rosh Hashanah or whatever. Oh, the lighting's much better over here. I should just stand here and talk to you guys. Sorry about the shaky camera, by the way. I just wanted to get my thoughts out before everything happens. So the other thing, so for 3 weeks. So 3 weeks instead of 4 weeks. And if I launch it now, I mean, I wasn't ready to launch it. I guess I could have launched it earlier, but I wanted to at least have the cover done, and that ended up being the last thing I did. But I wanted the cover done to be the cover of the Kickstarter like I did last time. And I finished that last night, Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. I don't think it's a good idea to launch today, literally on Thanksgiving, although I could have, but I was still setting it up so it wasn't an option. But Black Friday, a lot of people are out shopping, but a lot of people, that's even better lighting, look at that. Black Friday. Black Friday. A lot of people are out shopping, a lot of people are cyber shopping, similar with Cyber Monday. So it's a new thing that hopefully will pop up as people are online shopping, and to give people a deal. It's an excuse to give people a deal. But also, if I don't launch it right now, then I'm launching for 3 weeks, because I'm going to New Jersey where I live for the holidays, for Christmas and New Year's, for close to 3 weeks, where I won't be able to closely monitor it, and I don't want to have it going on while I'm there. And so the way I timed it out is it's going to start tomorrow and end a day before I leave, so I can monitor it the whole time, update it, field questions, all that kind of stuff. And then I'll go on my trip when I'm waiting for funding, and then when I get back, I'll start fulfillment. So the timing works out. But if I didn't do it now, then I'd have to do a 1 or 2 week thing, or I'd have to wait until after January, and I didn't want to do that. So that's my explanation of this. Drop my keys. Well, I got home, I made the video for the Kickstarter. It wasn't as good as my last one because I kind of had to do it in the garage and I didn't have all my equipment. I couldn't find my lapel mic, but I wanted to get it done. And I'm amazed at the speed at which I just blew through, finished the comic, got the cover done, set up the Kickstarter. I mean, it took a long time, don't get me wrong. It's hours and hours and hours of work, but I just did it. And I didn't think I would have it done this quickly. And it's always one of those things when I actually get something done so quickly, I'm like, why did it take so long up till now? Even if I went at half speed, I should have been done by now, but such is life. Focusing on the positive though, I got it all done, put it up around 1:30 in the morning, including a Black Friday to Cyber Monday sale and everything like I had discussed. And very quickly, I'm at $100. 2 backers. It's 3:30 now. I'm not sure when they came through because I made the YouTube video and I was sharing, and I basically shared a bunch of social media, paused, had some pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving with Q, watched a quick TV show, came back, worked some more. And okay, so I'm checking out the backer report. I think one of these came through real fast, like within minutes of me putting up, which is just amazing, and it's such a good feeling, because like I kind of thought I'd set this up, go to bed, maybe wake up to a bid or two, it's not eBay, a pledge or two in the morning. Pledge, is pledge the right word? Yeah, pledge, because I'm going to clean the table with my comic power. No, anyway, I'm getting flustered. I apologize, but it's excitement. The first one was Greg Scott Bailey, and the second one was Noah the Oxman Cometh. So, thank you to both of you. There's camera. Thank you to both of you, not just for supporting me, but supporting me so quickly in the middle of the night, and for such generous amounts. And I was like, I feel like these two were the first ones that supported me last time. And I looked at my last one, which I still had the metrics for, and it was flipped. They were both first last time too, but last time Ox was first and Greg was second. But regardless, the two of you guys, thank you. Both times, you made my Kickstarter start off with a great bang, and I very much appreciate it. And I'm going to send you a little thank you message right now, so you'll see this later. Good morning. It's Friday. Black Friday. But it's Good Friday. Wait, no, that's a different thing. Anyway, it's a Good Friday despite being Black Friday. And actually, Black Friday refers to businesses getting out of the red financially and into the black. That's something I didn't realize until I was in my late teens, early 20s. Especially having worked retail so much, I always thought it was black as in the hordes of people are coming and you have to work long hours and it's the blackness, you know. But anyway, I digress. It's late. It's in the afternoon. I'm just getting up. You can hear my throat is sort of sore. I'm not sick or anything. I'm just exhausted. I just really pushed it hard the last couple days, staying up, working, and I think I'm just like a little emotionally drained too because I was investing so much and now I could like relax for a second. But I did wake up to more donations, or I keep saying donations, it's pledges. It's not a charity. It's people supporting me and buying product, which not that charities are bad, but I am not one, so I don't want to misrepresent. But thank you to my new pledgers, backers, Kickstarter backers, verbiage and vocabulary. But yeah, I've just about doubled what I had last night. We're a little over 200, which is double from yesterday and half what we need for our goal. So I'm happy, and now I'm going to go have breakfast. Thanks. Hey, what's up? It's a little after 4 a.m. Friday, Black Friday. I was lying on the floor, came in here to go to bed, and then realized I should make a little update. What did I do today? Well, I worked on the Kickstarter a bit, just promoting it, and I got a nice mention from the podcast Indy Planet, and I was sharing that and appreciating that. I was getting more pledges, which is awesome, and just, well, maybe it was an hour ago? I'm not sure when it came through. I just noticed it recently. We made it. We made it! $400 exactly, which is the initial, whatever, limit setting. The initial setting that we're at. I'm tired. And what's funny is the person who bid did the Black Friday sale, which was cool, and they added $1. So they said did $20 to $1 instead of $20. I'm like, why'd they do that? And then I realized because otherwise it would have been $399. So I appreciate that attention to detail, and I appreciate that sort of just, I don't know, goofiness and assuredness of like let's make sure they're not assured, but they want to make it assured that it's a success, which it now is, and everything on top of it is goofy fun gravy. So sorry I'm being a little bit sleepy, tired, man. Oh, the other thing I did was I did a lot of housework and other stuff, and I've been a busy baby. And through the course of this week, I did a poll on a bunch of different sites. What Power Ranger headshot should I do? Because I've been doing those constantly. Well, I've been doing headshots constantly, warm-up sketches constantly. And then I was doing a thing where I was letting people like just give me suggestions for a week. And then I said, well, this week I'll just do one. Power Rangers specifically. I'll just do one, but I'll do a vote, a straight vote. And it was Psycho Rangers. They didn't specify, which I thought was weird. And I had already done one of them, so I did Psycho Red last week. So I decided to do Psycho Silver. But I did it at a different angle, and I'm tired, and it just took me forever. Those warm-up sketches are normally 30 minutes to an hour. This one took me over an hour. I didn't time myself, but definitely over an hour. But I did that because I had a commitment to it, and I got it up there and just put it up, shared it everywhere. And, yeah, now I'm kind of heading for bed. But that's the Kickstarter update, is that we are good. We are golden. Thank you, everybody. Hey! The beeping has ended. The crisis averted. It is Saturday evening, and I just went to Toys R Us, which was busy, but not as much of a madhouse as it should be on the weekend of Black Friday. It makes me worried for them going bankrupt. Well, they have gone bankrupt, but you know what I mean, officially, whatever. I went to Starbucks and got a tall, which is small, eggnog latte, the first of the season, decaf. I haven't had caffeine in a week or two. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't like a big, huge life choice. I just sort of ended up not having caffeine for a day or two, and now I'm seeing how far I can take it. I did this with vegetarianism, and it's been close to 20 years, so who knows? I do like caffeine, but I haven't needed it lately, so we'll see. Ooh, woo! Tastes like Christmas. Here's something else I did. I actually went to Toys R Us because I want to do the Toys for Tots or donation or whatever. I like to go and get these super deals like on Amazon where I'm getting like 6-inch Star Wars Black Series figures for $3.50 each, and then those are good to donate because those are like $20 figures. So I get these super deals on figures that I don't want, and then I can end up spending, you know, $20, $30, but actually get like $100 worth of toys to donate. But if you followed me last year, I waited too long and I had a hard time. I ended up donating them, but it was more like a friend of a friend to a family in need, which is fine. But I wanted to, like, you know, dump them in the, you know, the big bin that the Marines take or wherever. You can tell I've researched this very well. What was my point? That I wanted to see when the deadline was, and I forgot to do that. Then I looked around at the toys, and they had some new Power Rangers toys, and a few other things, and a new Ash figure from Evil Dead, and a lot of cool stuff that I wanted, and I didn't get any of it. But all on my Christmas wish list. I'm going to try to not buy any toys until Christmas. Even if I see a great sale, it's going to be hard, but it'll make Christmas all that much sweeter. But yeah, now I'm going to deal with other things. That has nothing to do with the horror, but that is just Christmas. We're officially in Christmas now. Thanksgiving's over, Christmas starts. That is the line, and we have crossed it. Hey, okay, so it is Monday afternoon now. The holiday weekend is over, although I did get some things done over the weekend. I have a few things to do today. I have to send out a print I sold on Etsy, and a couple other work-related stuff, nothing major. And what is going on with the Kickstarter and the horror? Well, we hit our goal, as I said, and we're over it now by $80-something. The goal was 400, and we're just under 500, so awesome, being that it's been, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days. 3 days, and we've surpassed our goal. Now, we have not hit the first stretch goal yet, which I believe is 700, to get free stickers for everybody, but it is very doable. Now, I don't know how high we're going to go, but I'm happy with the fact that it's getting made at all. Meanwhile, I am taking this opportunity to get everything print ready, and I am reminded that I did allow myself to do a little bit of last-minute revision. So the other day, I had gone through and made JPEGs, like low-res files, of all the pages of issue 2, and just took a red pen, well, a digital red pen, and marked up a few things that bothered me. That, like, you know, art mistakes or flaws or things that I want to correct, that either I wanted to correct at the time and just let go because I'd redrawn it 15 times, or that I noticed this time. So not every page has one, but I'd say there's a good 6 or 8 pages that have minor-ish things that I want to change. Nothing major, nothing like redrawing a whole panel, usually more just like, oh, that piece of the furniture looks weird, or I don't like the expression I drew, or something like that. So I just got done going through those, opened up all the Photoshop files. The lettering's already all laid in. I think there's one lettering page I need to readjust, but the rest of it's all fine. And so now I'm going to go ahead and allow myself some time to make those corrections, or try to make them at least anyway, because as I said before, if they take too long, I'm going to not bother. And then see where we're at. That's kind of my main plan for today, but it shouldn't take all day. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Well, I just spent a little over an hour redrawing a hand, so yeah, I'm glad I'm limiting this to today, because already I'm spending too much time on these revisions. Yeah, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. No, it's good that I'm doing it because it'll give me peace of mind. I'm sitting on the floor of the garage. It's kind of cold in here, and it's about 9 o'clock at night. Why am I doing this? Well, there's the Horror A4. He's shining! So is my forehead, apparently. But I sold a print on Etsy. It was a closeout of He-Man and the Slime Pit, one of the last ones I had. And I usually say I'll send it out in a day or two. Today is day 2, so I need to send it out. And I am looking for it and can't find it. I'm pretty sure I have one, but now I'm like, where is it? And I'm digging through stuff, and I'm starting to panic that I don't have one, which is important to do. Inventory. I'm usually pretty good about inventory, about my bigger prints and you know, the ones that I'm selling a lot of and making a lot of copies of, but I have a lot of older ones kicking around, like the ones in clearance, that I apparently am not as good with inventory. So I'm really hoping I have one left that I could send out. Otherwise, I'm going to have to send some kind of apology. Hey, can you wait while I reprint one? Or do you want your money back? Or are you going to pick something else? Which I don't want to do. So anyway, that's why I'm sitting on the floor in the cold garage at 9 at night. Hey everyone, a little time jump. It's now Thursday, I don't say morning, but afternoon. It's 1 o'clock, but I didn't get up that long ago, so it still feels like morning to me. So I am at, or I actually haven't checked my Kickstarter yet, but as of yesterday, it was around 640, 650, 660, so about 50 bucks away from the first stretch goal, which is free stickers. So awesome that it was funded so quickly, and it had a steady, like, you know, a small stream upward, and then usually there'll be a bump at the end. So, you know, who knows, maybe we'll make it to a second stretch goal, but definitely, well, I say definitely, if nobody else contributes for the rest of the 20 days or whatever it is, then we won't make the stretch goal. But if like one person contributes or 2 people contribute, then we'll make the second stretch goal. Meanwhile, I was on the Artcasters last night talking about the Kickstarter and other comic book stuff, so you can check that out. That is with Joshua Kemble and Mr. Scott Cirkwork Cirkland, and the link is below, of course. So I always like going on there. Thanks to them for inviting me and letting me talk about my Jim Jam Kickstarter plan. And what else? I finished the minor revisions I allowed myself on the horror. I said I gave myself a day. It actually was like 2 days, but it was sort of broken up and other things happened. So it was like one full day of work broken up into 2 days. I have also double-checked all the lettering to make sure, because I had a couple versions for my letterer, so I had to make sure that it was the correct ones in there and adjust a couple bubbles here and there. So that's all done. I also got the front interior cover page and the back interior cover page done, which was a lot easier this time because I used... Last time I kind of designed the whole thing, the font, the color, the layout, everything. This time I'm just copying what I did for the first issue, which is similar to what I did with Kickstarter, where I kind of took what I had and then rebuilt it, changing it, and so it made it a little easier. So it was the same with the interior front and back covers of issue 2. I just had to change a couple credits and numbers and we're good to go. What I still have to do is make sure all the pages line up with the printing templates. Now, when I'm working, I use those templates as, you know, 2 pages up, but I found that over time, this is what I found with the first issue, that when I just went and printed it, certain things got cut off or bled over to the other page or whatever. So I want to double check all of that real good. And then, yeah, and then I'll probably have Q go over the book, look at the lettering, make sure I don't have a typo or a spelling error that I missed. So, or that my letterer Dave missed. So basically I need to double check the print margins and then like have a copy edit pass. And then I will send it all to Kablam and send it away for a test print. There's another printer that a buddy of mine who's doing a Kickstarter told me about. Oh, the name is escaping right now. Hold on. This is it, Comics Wellspring. I don't know much about it. A buddy of mine recommended it. The main thing he said is that your first order you get 5% off, and they don't come as curled as the Kablam ones do. And what I mean by that is that Kablam, sometimes the issues are a little bit bowed a little bit, you know, and so you'll have to throw a book on top of them. Or I usually put mine in bags and boards, so that takes care of it. But it's still just something about the printing process makes them slightly bowed. I have not really looked into this. I thought I would do some research and maybe use them for the printing, but considering I'm in the middle of a Kickstarter and I'm already familiar with Kablam and I have my account set up, I think I'm going to leave well enough alone. Maybe I'll look into this for the next printing, but for now, I'm sticking with Kablam. So yeah, so I need to do those things I just said and then upload the files and get the test print done, which I will be doing soon. I have just about 2 weeks before I go on vacation. Actually, a little over 2 weeks before I go on vacation. So I want to get the test print out and back of the first issue. I don't know if that's possible, but definitely out, so that when I get the funding and everything, you know, I'm good to go. And this is what I did last time too. I got all like the technical stuff ready, so that when the money came in, I just went with it. So that's where we're at. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at this little train. He's like, I'm out of here. I don't belong with the other toys. I'm going to my own place. In the future. See from way back there. And it doesn't have like a sensor technology. It's making little noises. Oh, it's going shopping. Oh, it's yours. I didn't know where it came from.
Well, that's a bummer. It's Friday afternoon. I have to go to the dentist today to get 2 fillings done. I've been dreading this since I got the diagnosis during my cleaning a couple weeks ago. I hate going to the dentist. Oh, shocking, right? Everyone else loves it. But I was just checking my Kickstarter. I hadn't had a new backer in a while, and I was wondering how close we were to the next stretch goal. And it had gone down by $20. One of the people who got the Cyber Monday deal rescinded it a few days later, which happens from time to time. Although last time it was more towards the end when people didn't want to. And I don't know, it's always a bummer. Like, if for some reason, somebody not contributing and not pledging, not backing doesn't bother me, but saying they're gonna and then taking it off bums me out. Because, like, the number was going up, and then it goes down. And also, it makes me wonder, like, what did I do wrong? Did I say something wrong? Did I not deliver quick enough or whatever? But I don't know who the person is, at least not by the screen name. And when they contributed, I sent them a little thank you. Hey, thanks for contributing. Glad you got the deal, blah, blah, blah. And they wrote back and were like, yeah, it looks awesome. Is there a way to, get issue 1, blah, blah, blah. So we had like a little back and forth that went well. And they seemed, excited about the project and happy with, I don't know, everything. And I've put out an update or 2, and I've been on top of things. So, I mean, it's most likely it's something personal happened in their life. They don't have the money. They over budgeted, whatever. But I can't help but feel like, what did I do wrong? What happened? This one person changed their mind, Because, again, there's billions of people that weren't interested. But the person who was and changed their mind, I can't help but be like, oh, what have I done? But what are you going to do? I have been fighting the urge to contact them and basically say what I just said to you guys. So instead, just saying it to you guys, and not being a maniac.
Sentai, 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 Kamen Rider, Sentai, it's all Sentai. Sentai wins. Why?
Why? Because I needed a transition, something in between the similar shots of my face talking. It's nighttime now. It's 7-9. It's 7-9. Whoa! After dinner at 7-9. The dentist actually did not go so bad. It was one of the better dental visits I've had. I have cavities. Shocking. I know with all the sugar I don't eat. No, I eat lots. What? Anyway, I thought I had 3 cavities. Turns out I have 4 cavities. So I went there thinking that I was going to get 2 done and then another time get 1 done down here. He thought we were doing all 4, and I'm like, let's do 3, we'll compromise. And he's like, all right. So I did 3 up here, still gotta get 1 down here later. But these 3 was not that bad. I mean, it sucked, and it took like an hour, and it was not a fun thing. But the Novocaine, which I hate sometimes worse than the pain, wasn't really that bad, even when I was fully numbed. I guess it's because the top of the mouth isn't as bad, because my tongue never really got numbed. So I could even still speak and was fine while I was numb. And I didn't feel the needle at all. They were doing this blow the air on my thing, so I didn't feel the needle. I didn't feel any pain the entire time for 3 fillings, which was amazing. To the point where I was like, well done. You always do a good job. Good job, dentist. I give him kind of a props to you, buddy, because I'm sure they never get that. So unfortunately, I still have to go back and do 1 more, but this was the big one that I was dreading. So even if the other one sucks, at least it's only 1. Right now, I just did a warm-up sketch, but I did it at 7 o'clock at night. Of Rito Repulsa from Power Rangers. It's not the horror. I got a lot. I keep trying to walk away from the light, but it's impossible. I'll throw that up here, is what I'm saying. So I've been doing those warm-up sketches and things like that. And this one I put, I shared it around, but there was hey, also maybe check out my Kickstarter while you're at it. Regarding the person who retracted their Kickstarter reward, a buddy of mine has a Kickstarter going as well. The Mighty Mascots, I'll put a link below. You should check that out as well. My buddy Keith is doing that. And I noticed the person who contributed back to me had also backed him, because it was one right after the other, and I was on his Kickstarter and I recognized the name, because it's not someone I know, but it was a notable name. And so, because I can't get over myself, and I had to know, I was like, hey man, I noticed somebody who backed me backed you, and they just backed out of their backing. Did they back out of the backing of you? And he's like, I don't know. And he got back to me, he's like, yes! And he's like, I don't know who they are either. I'm like, I don't know who they are either. They're just somebody who, I guess, decided they needed Christmas money or something happened, but it made me, I'm like, I'm sorry they pulled out on you as well, but it makes me feel better that it wasn't just me. Now by doing this, I have the mirror and that little light. Whatever. It's Saturday afternoon. I've been catching up on some housework that I've let slide because of the Kickstarter and because of the horror and because of life. I am going for a walk right now. I'm gonna try to talk to my mother on the phone, and so why not get a little exercise while I do it, because as I've said, I've been lacking in the exercise department. I also have still not sent out the book for the test print. I am in the process of double checking the formatting, the sizing, the keeping the pages inside safe area, trim area, that sort of thing. And it's taking longer than I thought, which again is why it's good I'm doing it now instead of in a month when funding comes through. The 2 things that I have to worry about are the art. And the art often needs slight adjustments, but especially after having done the first book, not nearly as much. The main thing I have to adjust sometimes is because it's a 2-up, so it'll be page 1 and page 2 next to each other, and that middle line, sometimes there's a little bit of overflow on the panels that I wanted full bleed, so I need to just trim it so that it doesn't show up on the other page in the middle of the fold. But the bigger issue I'm having is with lettering, and I expected a certain amount of lettering correction because that's what happened last time. That it's a little bit of taste between myself and the letterer, but it's more that I have a lot of dialogue and I'm very verbose, and it's something I need to work on because I'm trying to fit a lot into each panel. And because of that, sometimes the letterer puts it somewhere where that piece of art, I want to move it over just a 1/4 of an inch or something like that. And I expected that, but what I didn't expect was I gave them I didn't give them the Kablam guide, I don't think or maybe I did, I don't remember. But the lettering for the most part is inside the trim area, but then there's another inside area, like the safety area. So trim, you shouldn't have anything important at all. Safety, you could have a little bit of the edge of the art, but it shouldn't be any dialogue. It could be the edge of the balloon maybe, but not the edge of the dialogue. and a lot of the dialogue on the edges are not falling in that safety area. So I'm having to move those and in some cases shrink them a little bit and make little adjustments. So I have 28 pages, but they're 2 up. So I have 14 files. I've done 3. I have 11 files left to go through, and then I could send it away. So hopefully I can get that done this weekend, if not then by Monday at the latest.
This is the playground at the little parky structure near my new house. The park is not as nice as the old park, and the playground is more modern with like kind of an astroturfy thing here, some regular swings. But then over here, there's this art installation slash military future training simulator where you sit here and deal with 0 G's, and that's how you get through 3rd grade apparently.
I just got done doing a character gig here at the Hilton Doubletree in San Jose for Google, and they had a lot of awesome stuff. You'll notice I'm walking away. I'm done, and I don't have footage of that awesome stuff. It's not done over until 12. I was done at 11, so I thought I'd have an opportunity to maybe take a few pictures. But no, everybody like me is going home, and they just left it open for like coffee and pie and stuff. But they had like stilt walker people that look like Daft Punk, where they had all kinds of LEDs all over them and crazy helmets, and they had women that I didn't realize they were women. It looked like pillars of like ice as you walked in, but then when you looked up, it was like, again, women on kind of crazy stilts that were standing there like silver statues. And I'm forgetting what, there was jugglers. Everything was light up neon. There was jugglers that were juggling neon pins, and I mean, this is just stuff that I saw as I was walking through. I don't even know what else there was, and I'm sorry I don't have anything to show you. But it was one of the more colorful events I've been at, but unfortunately it was very busy, and I didn't have a second to stop the entire time. I paused once to go to the bathroom and literally ran back and worked some more. So yeah, sorry, just have to live with my memories. Well, I decided to make a stop on the way home. I was going to try to hit a Toys R Us. The Toys R Us by me has been open until midnight. It is after 11. None of the ones around here are. But I decided to stop at a Walgreens because while I did say I'm trying not to buy toys until Christmas, the new Power Ranger Legacy figures are out, and some of them become notoriously hard to get, and none of them are available online, so I can't even put them on my wish list. All this is to say I'm justifying I bought Dino Thunder Red. Found it at Walgreens. I don't know what it is. Walgreens continues to be the place to find toys, especially Power Ranger figures. So, good, bad, Power Rangers. Go, go. Hi! There we are, fresh and nice. I am talking to you from Monday afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, and basically what's going on with the Kickstarter right now is this. We have reached the first stretch goal and beyond. We're in the high 700s now, on our way to the second stretch goal. Will we hit it? I don't know, but I'm happy the way things are going. So what I have to do is finish up formatting some pages to get the test print of the comic made, which I talked about. It's taking a little longer than I thought it would. That is what I'll be working on right after I get done with this video. And also, we got the sticker. So the sticker will be created and given free to everybody who ordered a physical reward. What that means is a comic, a print, anything where I have to mail you something already, now you get a sticker too. Why not the digital only? Well, because the shipping wasn't included in that, and it would be cost prohibitive, unfortunately. But anybody that's physical, boom, sticker, and I will be shortly putting up a vote on what sort of sticker it should be. Most likely be Boots or the horror itself, but, you know, I'll throw a couple options up there, see what people say. And that's where we're at. So things are going good, things are going well, things are going nice. I have been decorating my house with Christmas. I have been preparing because we're going to go to the East Coast for a little bit. And yeah, so I got some work to do, and I'm going to go do it, and I'm going to end this video. And now you're caught up. Okay. Should I go out? Should I? I talk about light so much, I apologize. Where is the camera? See, it's here. Oh, but if I do this, it's there. That's not interesting. I double-checked all, what did I double-check? I don't know. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's see.